Do what must be done. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy.
We just concluded a long and grueling season of Andor Season 2. I can tell some people liked it because of all the crybabies in my comments. However, I do have my criticisms of the show, but I will save that for my series review. Now, for today's video, I want to discuss the character Bix and her mysterious child that was revealed in episode 12, the season finale of Andor Season 2. In episode 9, Bix breaks up with Andor. She leaves him, telling him he should stay with the rebellion until the very end. Ultimately, this was a death sentence for him. And I gotta say, I think she's a dumb bitch. In a Tony Gilroy interview, he has come out and stated that this is Cassian's son. They played slip and slide sometime before episode 9. Bix realized she was pregnant and dipped. End of story, right? Not exactly. Tony Gilroy may have stated this in an interview, that this baby does belong to Cassian Andor, but I'm not really buying it. I think he wants to throw us off. I believe this is one of his many J.J. Abrams mystery boxes that he inserted into the show, and more will be revealed in Andor Season 3. I also have a hard time believing Andor's the father, because Andor is an incel.
Have you been with us before?
First time.
Oh, you picked a great night.
In the very first episode of Season 1, Andor was in a brothel looking for his sister.
It's not your girlfriend or something, is it?
I don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, okay, Tony. He wasn't looking for his sister. Andor was there to buy sex from a prostitute, because that's the only way he can feel the touch of a woman. He's also a bit of a mama's boy in Season 1. That is a definite incel trait. Worth mentioning, there seems to have been sexual tension with Luthen, Kino Loy, and the fake Bail Organa. It's not impossible, but I don't think it's likely Andor would be a father if he is indeed a homosexual. I mean, hey, look at Anakin Skywalker. He could possibly be gay, and he fathered 2 children.
I don't care that Anakin is straight. I mean, for all I know, maybe he's just a closet homosexual and he's, into Padme. I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't give a shit. It does not change Anakin or his character or his story for me.
Lastly, Bix doesn't respect Andor.
You should go.
We don't know how long they've known each other. Andor seems more like a best friend, not a serious boyfriend type for Bix. It's stated in the show they dated, but it wasn't very long and was likely a rebound. As we see in Season 2, Bix is emotionally damaged. There's a lot of drug use and probably sex and bad relationships with other men. She may have opened up to Andor only during a low point in her life. Then she replaced him with a guy who was a literal rat. In Season 1, he ratted Andor out like a giant pussy. That doesn't make Andor look good in any way, Bix choosing the rat over him.
You alright?
I don't know.
And they're together in Season 2, but we really don't see any intimate scenes with them. They do have a bit of a finger bang. Andor could just be the cuck, the guy Bix uses to complain about other men too. So Andor is an incel, possibly gay. He can't be the father. So who is the father? Star Wars conspiracy theory.
Andor!
You are not the father!
I've limited it down to 5 candidates, and I'll give my reasoning for it. General Draven. He was an authority figure on Yavin, the rebel base. We all know Bix has had her run-ins with men with power. Given sexual assault was an important theme for Tony Gilroy, it's possible General Draven forced himself on Bix. Andor was always out on missions, leaving Bix alone. It would have been nice to see some of that, you know? But the time skips in J.J. Abrams' mystery boxes wouldn't allow for it. You know, like filling in some crucial details with the plot. Perhaps there will be Disney canon novels that will fill in the holes of Gilroy's writing for Season 2 of Andor. Bix is a bit of a whore. Her relationship with General Draven could have very well been consensual. One thing to notice is Draven and Andor. There was friction between them. He always seemed to be giving Andor a hard time. It definitely could have been because Draven was banging Bix, and Andor knew about it. What a cuck. The next possible father of Bix's baby, Luthen. Again, Bix and authority figures. Luthen was always very controlling. Bix, who never respected Andor, broke up with him through a video message. The reason behind that, she wanted to go out and find some galactic wiener. Luthen, who is very cognizant, knowing that Bix is a whore, must have played into that and scored sometime after Bix left Yavin. This lines up with the suicide in episode 10 because Luthen could have been suffering from some painful STDs. It's a big galaxy, and Bix is a big whore. He could have something really bad. Not to mention the child support payments he'd be stuck with for an antique shop that makes no sales. Jesus H. Lucas. So Dedra in a shop mansplaining him could have been the least of his problems. And that's why he killed himself. Next, as a possible father of Bix's baby, we have Finn. Now, I know what you're thinking. Finn wasn't alive during the Battle of Yavin. That's true. Wikipedia has him listed as born 11 BBY. But I like to point out that Ki-Adi-Mundi was stated to have a birthday in 92 BBY by G-Canon sources. And that didn't stop Disney from changing it. I believe this could be the case here. Finn is older than we previously thought. Bix broke up with Andor, who was an incel. Instead of hooking up with old white guys, Bix wanted some black dick. But why Finn? How would Finn know who Bix is? I'm not really sure on that one. There's been talks of Finn returning for a Disney Plus show or a movie. I could see them incorporating this storyline. Maybe Bix is still alive during that time. And John Boyega says there's no black characters in Star Wars.
Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are on the cookie dough. I'm like, bro, they just scattered that in there, bro.
So for this video, I'm retconning his birthday and including Finn in this Star Wars conspiracy theory. Moving on to the next possible father of Bix's baby, we have Vel. We all know Vel is a lesbian, and in the final episodes, she asked Andor about Bix and possibly reconnecting with her.
You should reconnect with Bix.
She's safe, isn't she?
That's what I hear.
She wouldn't be safe with me.
She might disagree.
This lets us know that Vel has seen and interacted with Bix. Given she's a lesbian, it could have been sexual. Now, I don't want to get in the politics or biology of it, but this is a galaxy far, far away. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that two vaginas rubbing up against each other can create a baby. I cite Dave Filoni's Ahsoka. Biologically speaking, Sabine Wren had an extremely low midichlorian count and did not have potential to be a Jedi. But she found a way. Rey, an untrained Force user, was able to best Kylo Ren, who was trained by Luke Skywalker and Palpatine's shit-ass puppet clone. She found a way. And I think that's what Disney Star Wars is about. Finding a way. No matter the odds, no matter who's telling you it's impossible, you can find a way. and that's why Vel's on my list of potential fathers of Bix's baby. I also want to point out for the closed-minded people watching, I think the show states Vel is female, but we're still only assuming. We never revealed her gender identity. She could be a man and procreated with Bix in the traditional fascist way. Now, the next one I'm most intrigued by. What if the father of Bix's baby is the Force? Oh, just like Anakin Skywalker and like May and Osha from The Acolyte. The Force, the thread, Bix's child could be a product of that. Now, if it's the Force, that means this child will definitely play a role in future films during the time of Rey's Jedi Order. With all the backlash from Rey and praise for Andor, Bix's child could serve as a new protagonist for the future of Star Wars. Someone call Josh from Dennis Shills and tell him he's fired. I have the hope grift of the century right here, that I will continue to milk for the next 10 years. In another scenario, Bix's child could have been created by a witch from Brendok, using the thread. The Acolyte was cancelled, and we have yet to hear announcements of future stories. But perhaps a witch survived, or their child lived on and met with Bix years later. Or possibly, the father could be Osha herself. Maybe she lived for another 100 years, all the way to the Battle of Yavin. This would be a Disney show's wet dream. I think it would be a very interesting idea for Disney to bridge these two shows together. Alright, we have 5 options. I do have a definitive answer to the question. Who is the father of Bix's baby?
Finn! You are not! Val! You are not! The Force! You are not! General Draven! You are not! Luthen! You are the father!
There you go. Luthen is actually the father of Bix's child, not Andor. Luthen demanded everything. Tony Gilroy is obsessed with sexual assault. I think he had his way with Bix through manipulation. Given his age and how he conducts himself, I don't think she willingly pursued him. Let me know in the comments what you think about Luthen being the father of Bix's child. Are you surprised? Do you think the paternity test is wrong and it's really someone else? Would you like to see that bridge between the Acolyte and Andor? How many triggered shills do you think we'll have in the comments? Until next time, Knights, this was a Star Wars conspiracy theory.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the shills. At last we will have revenge.
Damn well sure we'll avenge it.
The dark side of the Force is